Okay, on this American Bosch 200A, we're going to look into this today because the GE Export X757 is on the shelf right now because the cabinet is being refinished on it. I got one layer of stain on it right now. I'm letting it dry up. I did that yesterday. Yesterday we had some moisture come in. Well, actually we've had moisture come in for the last few days, and it's been over 50% humidity, so I'm going to give it a few days drying time. I've wiped it down and tried to help it get drier today. Today is Friday. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning. So I've shelved the GE radio for right now. I was going to move to the 529 because I think he should have my volume controls in the mail. The problem with some of these guys, I don't know if it's a problem, but I mean, you just don't know where you stand when they don't communicate with you. And that's the biggest drawback that I have with some of these places like Radio Days. I haven't heard from them since my email last week. I tried calling them this morning and got no response, but I did get a voicemail. So we'll see whether or not anything's going to happen there. I'm just, they don't communicate with you. That's the only thing I don't like about going, at least with eBay, you'll get a response. It'll take a little time. Now, speaking of eBay, I went online to eBay because I need to find me some cloth for that GE radio cabinet. And I found something, and they got back to me late in the same day, and I ordered and paid for some cloth, and they have since got it shipped. So that's going to sit on the burner for a while. The cabinet is being done. I got the insert plate for the grill cloth refinished, and the interior of the cabinet refinished, and I've checked the two bands that I was going to check on. They are bringing in something, but they're whisper quiet whenever they're not. I think they are morning bands, late in the middle of the night to early in the morning bands. And I checked them this morning, and I do get something on each of those bands. Not a great deal, not as much as the other ones, but I do get something. So they are functioning, thank God. So we'll get back to those when we get back to them. In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at this American Bosch radio. The owner says there's a problem with the switch, and I believe it now. So we're going to power it up on the dim bulbs, or dim bulb, the 75 watt, and see what it's doing, if anything. So I've got it all plugged in, and it's plugged in over there. That's powered up. I got it set to Calicoms, and this thing, down should be off, I'm assuming. Up is on. I'm thinking that when you close the lid, it's supposed to go off, but I don't see any markings on this thing, so it may not be doing that. So it is off. I've checked the cord for resistance, and we are getting a reading on the cord, so there's something up with it. So I'm going to power it up right now, and it should be off, and it's showing it's drawing 330, 340, and we're getting a lamp. We're getting a lamp there, 340. Nothing. Still 340. I pull this thing up, so it may not even be connected. It may be the linkage may have been come off and it won't shut down. So I'm not getting anything on the speaker. So we're going to shut it down, and we're going to open it up. We're going to drop the chassis out of it and take a look. So stand by. Alright, got it out of the case. Boy, this is one heavy son of a gun. I mean, it must weigh all of 20 pounds or something like that. I mean, it's going to take me and a little boy to doggone pick this thing up. So, but anyway, we got it out of the cabinet and taking an initial look at this thing, and I don't know what to think. It's been recapped, and I get really nervous when I see tape, electrical tape everywhere, especially on wires that are terminated like this. There's terminated wire there, there's terminated wire down there, there's one there, there's one here, there's one there, and look at that mess down in there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Looks like a forest fire. Let's see if I can get better light on it. I mean, it is, I'm not really sure what to think of that. That there looks like a tube base. And I don't know, I'm going to have to dig down in there and see what is up with that. I was thinking it might be some of that liquid tape, but I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's from anything from this transformer. So I've got to bag up my I've got a schematic downloaded for this, I think, but I haven't brought it out here yet. I need to do some homework. Because it's not, I'm not sure what to think. All these, I'm thinking there should have been a capacitor can right in here from the looks of it, because of all these capacitors that are grounded to this chassis point right here, and tied everywhere else. There's an electrolytic here, an electrolytic there. I don't see any other electrolytics hanging around here anywhere. So I got to verify that there's only 2 in this unit. I would think that there would be at least maybe 3, but I could be wrong. So I got to familiarize myself with this because this is the first time I've ever seen this. And it's the first of this kind that I've ever jumped into. So stand by. We'll have more coming your way and my way, highway. So thanks for watching.
He was finally able to make the playoffs for the first time last year. Had a 27-0 lead, blew that lead. Now I know all of it's not on him.
There we are. Well, I checked it out. Transformer is good. Turn that down to a low. Yeah, I was suspecting that maybe it could be some. I think it was deader than dead. Fortunately for me, all the tubes are functional. I went through this looking at it as much as I could and tried to figure what the heck was what. And I got to do something with the tube sockets, and that's pretty much what it was, predominantly. What else was up with it was, let me get my stick picker here, was this grid wire right there. It is not making good contact, and as well as the sockets are pretty sloppy. I mean, these old globe type 5 and 4 pin tube sockets that were in this pre-World War II radios get a little sloppy after a while, and I don't know why, because you can't really get to these tubes unless you take this thing completely out of the cabinet. I mean, it comes out through the bottom. And now, the one thing that I had before, the issue with the thing being on, this is the off-on switch. It's a momentary switch. It's spring-loaded. When the top is down, it kicks it off. When you open the top, it springs in its relaxed position, or its normal position for it is on. The weight of the door keeps the switch held off. The speaker's in perfect condition. I mean, it's really nice. And now, I don't know about the alignment portions of this thing. We'll have to double up and do another talkback. It's whatever it's going to be. I'll go through the dial and see just how much we can get out of it. But, well, let's try it right now.
There's a difference between elite talent and elite results. The question that we had early on about Patrick Mahomes and if he is the guy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, well, 0 is the high side. You notice there, let's turn that over to that. It's full open. Those fins are full open. So we're at the high side of the dial, of a standard dial. Down here at 100, you're going to be fully meshed, or down at 55 on a normal dial. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to pick up. I think the other is supposed. This here is a band switch. Pull it up, and you pull it up, and you're supposed to get. I believe it's police band. Now, I'm not sure how high in the police band it's going to be. It might only be 2.5, maybe, if that high. Maybe 19, 18, maybe. Because actually, the police band, if I recall, only went from above the broadcast band, or the regular broadcast band, which was around 1530 or somewhere around in there, and then the police band took you to about 1.8 or somewhere in that area, 1720, or that's what they called the police band. But in the later years, I'm assuming, don't quote me on that, maybe somebody can be clarified a little bit better than I can. They kept the police band after it was eliminated, and took it all the way to, I don't know, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, somewhere in there. Some of the radios like Zenith will take you to about 6 megahertz on the police band, and then from 6 megahertz on the standard shortwave 2, or what they call shortwave 2, would take you all the way to like 18, 20 or something like that. Some radios went higher, like 22 or 23. And then of course you have your spread bands, where they fine-tuned it even better. Anyway, she's pulling 520 kilocams on the broadcast band. So let me see what it does. Get it over here. Let's see.
For 30 points and win the game. Now you have a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers that can manage the game. And sometimes the quarterback hear that it's disrespectful. Like, whoa.
Now, we should be in the police band. Now, we're probably going to get nothing. I would expect nothing. Yeah, that would be low on the police band, so that's almost fully meshed, so that'd be about our 1600. And that will probably be the only thing we get on there, maybe until late this evening. Okay. So, I mean, she's working. So, that's all there was to it. The sockets and the grids on those tubes. Thank God the tubes are in good shape. So, we will fold this thing up and get it back to the owner. So, thanks for watching.